Lost in space, but serving face. She is Australia's Kate Miller-Heidke, and she has just performed Zero Gravity during her first rehearsal at Eurovision 2019. Shall we talk about it?
Let's do this!
Nothing holding her down, nothing holding her down, nothing holding her down, and nothing's holding you down. You can go to MyHeritage and learn about your past with MyHeritage DNA. In any case, Kate Miller-Heidke really slayed today. This is how you take a freak show fantasy and just make it a fantasy. At the Australian national selection, it was perhaps too over the top, and it just, I don't know, it felt very circus. Here it does not feel circus, it feels Cirque du Soleil. This is elevated, this is performance art. This is a woman who appears to float in space. Yes, we've seen many starscapes, many planetary scapes at the Eurovision Song Contest, but nothing like this. It is an augmented reality situation. You don't really see the pole she's bouncing on. We should add, she's no longer in that dress standing still. She's in a dress that's moving on a platform. She is also now on the Dementor platform. She has two demons in her background telling that story of overcoming postpartum depression, and she's doing it intergalactically. She must have done some ab work and diaphragm work before this, because how can you hit those notes while literally going like this? I don't know if someone else is controlling her body or if she's in control of the platform. Either way, this is precision. I won't say perfect yet, but this is precision near perfect. They are getting there. This is now a contender to absolutely slay. You could see the public really getting behind this. This, oh my goodness, I am erupting with emotion right now, so I'm gonna stop and defer to Angus.
Absolutely, I can only be a piece of it. This feels like the first moment we've had in rehearsals. This was like standout, the press room went...
Clap!
Yeah, people clapped, like the
Hasn't
press
happened
room
yet.
went deathly silent, there wasn't a person really... Everyone's here. I mean, she sounds so phenomenal, but I just think the staging does it such a... Now, the first one we should out, there were problems. There was a shot where a camera got involved, like at the start, the overlay effect with the planet Earth kind of cut off most of her body, but they have ironed that out by the third run. This looks fantastic, this looks so expensive, this looks so challenging, I think, for like an excellent result night. I think a lot of people this year have kind of written Australia off, or the national partner didn't do it for them. Forget it all, because she looked fabulous. That concept is great, because she starts on Earth and then she starts traveling through space. There's motion. It's the same kind of motion. You remember Belarus 2017 Naviband, where the hovercraft like sets off, and there's like motion and they're traveling. It has that same kinetic energy.
Drive.
Exactly. This is all to say, I think this is like totally fantastic, fabulous. I think potentially even a contender to win the semi-final, might I say. I really see televoters going for this. I think this is wonderful. This is so strong from Australia. Really excellent stuff.
You guys, she wears a crown. Why? Because she's a queen!
Way to come up from down under. So the first time I looked at the video, I loved it. I'm a huge fan of the Broadway musical Wicked, and all I could think was Glinda the Good Witch, and she's just so beautiful because you were able to see her face up close. But anyway, Glinda the Good Witch and Defying Gravity. And today as I was watching and really watching Kate and watching the demons and listening to the words of the song, hey you, stone in my shoe, earth with no sea, key with no lock. Clearly there's someone who has been, something, because our demons aren't always people. Sometimes it's memories, sometimes it's perception, sometimes it's the way we treat ourselves, our inner thoughts, sometimes it's drama, sometimes it's BS. But she's referring to the stone in her shoe. She's referring to these things that have no boundaries. The things that she is clearly releasing because they no longer serve her. And there's this moment where the demons, they throw back their heads, and there's this, you feel the vulnerability, the embracing your struggles, the embracing the depression, being vulnerable, putting it all out there. She talks about being cold on the ground. I'm gonna think of the ground as earth, and you know, earthlings can be so basic sometimes, and so there is nothing basic about Kate. There is nothing basic about this song. Zero gravity. She is going high, 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 higher. Love it.
Preach, my sister. She is on point today. And you're so right. The earthly versus the non-earthly, being above all those mundane problems. When she's out there floating in space, she becomes an ethereal being. She is above all of it. It's almost an expressionless. I don't mean that in a bad way, but expressionless, like the letting go, the release of all her drama.
It's contentment. It's peace.
Yeah, she's like, those demons are behind me. When their necks go back, it's actually her overcoming them, slaying them, I think. Her postpartum depression was a fight, and she won, honey. I think...
And she may win Eurovision.
No, honestly, I think now we're talking more of that realm than we were about qualification. Before we got here, it was like, will she qualify? Now it's like, how high can she go?
That's not a question anymore. She's going through. No question in my mind. Yeah, that's fabulous. Really good.
You know what? We don't know much about extraterrestrials, but what we know is that they are not of this earth. They are beyond us, and if they ever contact us, they're probably smarter than we are because we haven't reached them. Well, you know what? Miller-Heidke's in that pantheon of supernatural beings with that performance.
And I might be a flirkin, an alien cat, by the way.
Meow. In any case, that is what we think. What do you think? Are you excited to see the technological display, the acrobatics, the fierce core of Kate Miller-Heidke? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, let us know what you think about Australia, and follow us on all social media channels at wiwibloggs.
We want to hear from you every day because we are live streaming. Join us.
Nothing holding us down. Nothing holding us down, down. Nothing holding us down. And by the way, zero gravity is a great concept, but there is gravity. And when you throw up your MyHeritage DNA kit, it will fall, but you can grab it, swab yourself, and send off those results. Use the coupon ESCWiwi for free shipping. We'll see you later. Bye.